Duke William was a French lord of Normandy. He was highly ambitious and claimed that the Anglo-Saxon king, Edward, who was also his cousin, had promised the throne to him. Yet, on his deathbed, Edward rescinded that promise and named Harold, a powerful English earl, to be the next king instead. William wasn't going to stand for that. He readied his troops to attack and set sail across the English Channel. When William brought his troops across the channel to England, legend says that when he jumped out of the ship onto the shore, he promptly tripped and fell face first onto the sand. Thinking quickly, he pretended to kiss the sand of his new homeland, thereby saving his face in front of his troops. His troops cheered, and they continued on toward London. William was met by the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon king, Harold, in an area called Hastings. Harold's troops had all the advantage. They held the high ground. William's troops were fighting uphill. Even so, Harold was quickly defeated by a superior Norman archer who shot him directly in the eye, killing him immediately. Game over. William, forevermore called William the Conqueror, sailed up the Thames River victoriously, much like Julius Caesar did 1,000 years before. His first order of business was to build the Tower of London, a clear message to the Anglo-Saxons that he was now in charge. Yet William was not necessarily a harsh ruler. He did not want to annihilate the Anglo-Saxons, he just wanted to subjugate them. He instituted the feudal system, confiscated lands and titles from the Anglo-Saxon lords, and then gifted them to the Norman lords who had supported him in the battle, and built numerous castles across the island while squelching any and all Anglo-Saxon resistance. Not such a bad guy after all. These events indelibly altered the English language. Old English continued to be spoken by the Anglo-Saxon serfs and peasants, and Old French was spoken by the Norman lords, ladies, officials, and leaders. Is it any wonder that English still retains two different words for farm animals? One word while the animal is alive, cow. Another when it is dead, cooked and on a plate, beef. The Old English word cow was kept because it was the serfs and peasants who cared for the animals. The Old French word beef was kept because it was the lords and ladies who actually ate the animal, served to them by these peasants. Over the course of the next 400 years, Old French combined with Old English to evolve into what linguists call Middle English. Many words with double syllables were added. These words related to civilized medieval life and were more descriptive rather than practical. Some examples are forest, chamber, feudal, royal, flower, conquer, color, table.
The characteristic literature of this day is The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer.
This era comes to a close not through the invasion of attacking troops, but through the invasion of Gutenberg's printing press in 1440. Next time, we will discuss how Gutenberg's little invention forever changed the English language.